Hello, hello everyone, hello the world.
Hi, Arlemi.
Hello Joyce. How are you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. How are you ending this lockdown?
Oh, I could live like this forever
I can't. As you can see, I've given up on doing my hair.
on basic hygiene.
Pretty much. The beard is growing. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, we'll make it through. Which leads me to today's topic, where we're gonna actually talk about COVID-19 and how it impacted um, the stock market. I'm just gonna resize you there as your yay for basic hygiene indeed, Michael.
Do you always try to make my picture smaller than yours? Is this like some weird flex?
Yes. Okay. Do you want to introduce yourself, Joyce? Because maybe we have some new people and they don't know who you are.
Yes. Welcome, new people. I'm Joyce. I'm a developer advocate at Postman based in our San Francisco. I'm actually based in my San Francisco home right now.
And hello, everyone. I'm Arlemi. I'm also a developer advocate at Postman as well, and I'm located in London. Um, just to give some feedback, we've started doing that like 4 weeks ago, I think. And what we do is basically just pick a project, try to build it in a record time of an hour that we always go over,
Wait, our target goal is an hour?
wasn't it?
I thought that was like a soft estimate. Okay. All right. The pressure's on.
Challenge. Okay. And what we usually start with is cool. So
In
let's
case
just
you missed it, it's stuck, isn't it? Oh,
is
there
it?
it
Nah,
goes. In
we just
case
have
you
this
missed it.
small daily. So unfortunately, I was not able to put a nicely put um, post out with GIFs, etc., to explain what's new. So I've just released notes for you, and that's what we're going to go through. And there's one main thing that we did uh, as of. Oh, I'm getting lost. Give me a sec. I'm just going to go on the right branch, check the release notes, and that's exactly what we want. So yeah, what's new? Well, there's one main thing that is new, and it's PKCE support. I never know. Oh, it actually, fun fact, it's
Pixie.
pronounced Pixie. There you go. The more you know. Uh,
The more
so,
you know.
Pixie support for OAuth 2.0. So that's a security feature that prevents authorization code interception attacks. It's always a big one. We like security updates. We don't like doing them because it means it wasn't there before. But we like when it's there, and it's there now. Um, Last week, Joyce talked about. And Joyce, I
Wait,
need to.
question about the Pixie. Is
Yeah,
that a UI? Will I notice anything different, or is that just on the server side?
I believe it's on the server side, but we can refer to the issue and see what it says. Actually, no. I believe there's some sort of exchange to do with the server side from the UI. So I'm not
Okay, so
exactly
it's an
sure what it does.
augmentation of the OAuth,
Yeah,
OAuth flow. Okay,
yep.
cool.
So yeah, last week we talked about a single column view on the documentation, and that's about it for the last 2 weeks. I think we have obviously improvements and bug fixes. We can see them when you update your app or directly on GitHub here. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's quite a few. With that said, we can get started with today's topic. Do you want to
Yeah.
introduce that, Joyce?
Sure. So, another in case you missed it, we're in the middle of a pandemic and there's a lot of economic impacts going on. I personally have not, like in the US, we have something called like a 401k or like a retirement saving kind of thing. Do you guys have stuff like that in London?
Um, we don't have to. There's a pension that is mandatory for sure.
But
Uh,
is it like a stockpile of money that you just like keep looking at and then being like, it's
yeah,
growing, it's growing? Okay.
and you can't use it until you're 65 or something like that, I think, in the UK.
Okay, so there's something very similar where it's designed so that you sit there and watch this wealth grow, and then when you're old and maybe unable to work, then you can draw upon that. And so I've been like an ostrich with her head stuck in the sand, and I haven't looked at any of the impacts. I've seen some headlines go by about some industries that are really suffering because people aren't going outside, because they're not maybe eating at restaurants or traveling as much and that kind of stuff. So I know it's kind of a downer, but it's also kind of interesting to educate ourselves on like what is going on with some of the economic impacts here. So are you going to get data today?
I am going to get data. I'll be the data gatherer.
Okay,
And
you
hopefully
data
we,
gather,
yeah,
and then I'll visualize.
hopefully we can also see like positive impact on some industries as well. Like especially when you look at the webinars industry that has been like booming and stuff like that.
Are you talking about Zoom?
For example, there's
Yeah,
probably
for
others out
example.
there. Okay, let's get started. So you want to compare some stocks with, I guess, are we going to compare to the number of cases?
Um, I think probably just over time, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
over time, every country is going to be different as far as like when maybe the government's recommending a lockdown.
yeah.
And so, what kind of data were you thinking of?
So I was thinking of daily cases over like a certain amount of time. You can take a week or 2 weeks, something like that, and then same period of time for the stock market for a specific stock, and then hopefully you can put that in a nice visualization.
So your hypothesis is going to be number of confirmed cases of COVID. And like, so if I'm reading the headlines, I see like, oh, 200 cases in whatever geography, and then seeing that impact on stock.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
All right, cool.
I guess with maybe a small delay, we'll see like the graph following each other, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, let's get started. So opening Postman, and we have our good old team workspace called Twitch, where we have all our projects. And I'll be sharing all these collections eventually when we publish the videos. Oh, Joyce just appeared and just went away.
I'm here. I'm watching.
um, so let's create a collection first, and we'll call it, what do you call that one?
My money.
My money. Oh, it sounds like my money.
Mo money.
More monies. There we go. I'll start this one, so it's at the top, and we'll need 2 requests. I'm going to create the first one, which is going to be get cases, historical cases per day. All right, so, and now you would think, oh, but where is it going to get that data? Well, turns out Postman has created that repository of APIs, and we have plenty in there that we can use. I think all of the APIs that are there, you don't even need an API key to use, just free to use. You can just query them. And there's one that we're going to look into in particular, which is NovelCOVID API. And I think it's, to my personal taste, it's one of the most complete one. They have a website that we're going to go, which is called disease.sh. Okay, so they have a lot of requests served to date, over 2 billions.
Oh, it's featured on Postman.
Oh, surprise. Yeah, it is featured on
Well,
Postman, but actually we
does that
don't
mean they're in the API network?
There would be, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I could pull it up, but I actually don't want to pull all the endpoints because there's so many. And I'm
Okay.
only interested in once I'm going to look at the documentation for that particular one. So the trick is we actually don't have the latest version of the documentation on our website. There's a PR sitting. It's going to go through soon. But in the meantime, the creator of the API shared that
Oh
with
my
me.
gosh, did you see that stat? How many people are using that API on their homepage? I can't even like, there's too many commas.
This one?
Yeah.
2 billion.
Okay. Too many commas. Okay.
Yep, that's a lot.
Cool.
And it started, so I was actually chatting to the person who created that, and he shared with me just how it began, and it was just like a single line of code, and now it's just like serving so many requests per like day or like hour, and it's evolved a lot. But
That's
yeah,
so cool.
so let's look at this and what they have here. Ooh.
Was this the Johns Hopkins that we've looked at before?
Yep,
That data set? Cool.
yep. So they have different endpoints. The country's continent, and this one I believe these are all real time. So you'd get the data at a specific time. Then you have the Johns Hopkins University, and in this one they have historical data, which is what we're going to be interested in. So the one specifically that we're interested in is that one. So historical data by country name. So I'm going to get this URL or endpoint and put it in my Postman. And hopefully, I did copy, paste. There we go. It already pre-fills the parameters, so query params, path variables. So there's two options. I can set a number of days that I want to get the data for. So the last 30 days, the last 20 days, the last 14 days. I'm going to leave it to default for now. And then for the query, if I look at the documentation, this one, it says query is, for this parameter, you can use country name and country ID and ISOs. So ISOs is like FR for France, USA for the USA. So let's do that. Let's start with USA. Boom.
How come you did USA?
Because
I'm just curious.
Well, because we're talking about 401k, which is very specific to USA.
Okay.
It's just we can pick any really. Like we can pick Spain, which was the default. Wait, let's start with Spain actually. Cool. Like I say, so if we send that, boom, it's that easy. We get country Spain. If it was split by provinces, we would have a split here, and then we have a timeline and number of cases every day. And actually we have the number of deaths as well and the number of recovered. Cool. That looks good. You could use that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much done for that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't think you need anything else.
I'm learning about the country of Spain too, yeah.
And then we need another query to get the data from the stock market. So this one can be historical trading data per day. So for that one, I actually did have to look before because most of the trading data or most of the trading data will require you to create an account. It's not openly available unless you want to like scrap a web page, which I don't mind doing, but it's not. We have API eventually saying more commas, more good. We'll put all the commas. So because you need to create an account, I had to go ahead and create an account, and I'm going to use Tiingo, it's called. And they have Tiingo. I just Googled trading data API, and there was a Medium article that was like, here, I've got all the best APIs for you. And this was like the first one. So.
And is this worldwide? Like, so you can get Spain's financial stock data?
That is a great question. I have not tried that.
Because like if you're looking at, I mean, I'm so ignorant here, but like in the US, I know that you'd probably look at the S&P like index or something like that to get a feel of how the economy is going in the US. I have no idea how that works in Spain.
So actually, as far as I know, we have like a European stock thing, which is the Paris one.
And European stock thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm so clueless on stocks, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah.
If anybody in the chat room has like a cool data set, I mean, we'll totally go along with Tiingo, but if somebody can teach us about
stocks.
Financial markets,
please tell me all about stocks.
Yeah, because like even if you take like a very prominent like publicly traded stock in the U.S., you could probably correlate that to Spain, right? Because maybe this very large stock impacts world markets.
Okay, so we already
have. Dixon says Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin is the best thing to invest on.
That's an unauthenticated, that's a public API too,
yeah,
the exchange rate.
Also, totally not giving you advice on what to invest on. All that I'm going to say is jokes. Invest in...
Connect jokes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the documentation page and I'm looking at, I think, So not WebSockets. I want REST. That's the one. And I want end of day zip.
And why are you doing the rest instead of the WebSockets, Arlemi?
Because Postman does not support WebSockets as of now. So we could do it, but I would have to either like code it myself, like just using Node.js or something like that. Or we could actually, there's probably like some web service that you can just go to and put the WebSocket endpoint.
Okay, to the rest.
To the rest. And we have this one, which is historical prices, which is what I'm actually looking into. So it says, ticker would be the symbol, I think.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's save this one. So that is saved. Okay, so again here it says start date and date autocompletes for me. Ticker, let's make that a query, a path variable, and we just do ticker like this. Then I can add it here. Do you know the zoom?
I can look it up.
Yeah, if you can look that up. And in the meantime, I'm just going to change the date to match what we had here. So here we have ZM.
ZM.
Okay.
I
Or
wish I knew military.
ZM for British friends.
Wait, Z is a.
Yeah, so that's what we say in the UK.
Oh, it's like a British English thing? Z?
Yeah.
Okay. Today I learned.
Oh, so we have actually API Evangelist sharing something. I'm just going to look at that quickly, which is all of the words stock exchange by size. Okay, cool. Oh, so it's actually London that covers most of like Western Europe. Then we have the Nordic exchange. This one would be Central and probably Eastern Europe.
That's a cool visualization. We should do a map visualization one day.
Yeah, I've got it all wrong. This is just London, and this would be like Europe. Oh, this one is huge. Yeah, no wonder.
New York Stock Exchange.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh, there's so many in Asia.
That is. Okay, that is a very good page, but I'm going to look at it later on my own as well. Or it's in the chat if anyone wants to refer to it. Oh.
In Glasgow, we pronounce the J a J-Z is Jalz. What? That's so cool.
Do you not know that artist? JZ?
Oh, JZ? Ja. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting really confused now. Too many windows.
Cool. We've got Spain, we've got that. So it was from 20. Oh, which format? Okay, so that's 24th of
March.
What? No, April 2020.
That's March.
That is March, indeed. And
till the
22nd of April
today?
2020. Yeah. So let's replicate that here.
Did they just not have like an outbreak until much later? Or is that around when outbreaks occurred?
Oh, it's just because I asked for the last 30 days.
Oh, last 30. Got it.
So it was, I already forgot, 24th. So 2020 month being 3 and 24th. So I'm probably going to be wrong in terms of like which one is the month and which one is the days, but I can never get that right the first time anyway. Until 2020 4 and 22nd, which is today. So now I have to put an API token, which I'm not going to display. So I'm just going to secrets that. There we go. Actually, let me show you before what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new environment. So we need a new environment for that specific for today. Add, and I'm going to call that COVID vs stock market. And I'm going to add a variable which is going to be token, and that's where I actually hide my screen. So you should be able to guess what I'm doing. So I'm going to this website again, documentation, and there's a click here to see your API token. So I'm going to get this.
Oh, I'm looking at your actual screen with the secrets. Okay.
And I'm going to put this in here. not in the initial value because I don't want Joyce to see it.
Oh no.
Cool. Add. And now I can remove the secrets. See, your webcam went small again. This is annoying.
Wait, I'm sorry. I totally missed it. Why is it called COVID VS stock market?
Because it's kind of fighting the stock market and it's impacting it in some way, I guess.
Okay.
As in VS versus. I don't know if that makes sense.
Versus. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly, Mike.
I'll have more coffee. Yes. Please proceed.
Cool. So now I can do and where's my token? Oh, actually, it's and not equals. And token is gonna equal.
Do you have an opinion about including your token as a query parameter?
Yeah. Clearly. Oop. He was free. Shot it again. It's fine. It's all good. I'll delete it
Just
after.
remember not to hover.
Anyway.
Don't hover on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this should be set up. Let's see if I send this. Ooh. Okay. So I have moved this away. Oh, what is this thing? So I have dates with the price close
day,
high. Yeah. So that's good. That's what we want, right? From 24th of March 2020 until 22nd of April 2020. That's perfect. Okay. That's very good. And now comes the fun bit, right?
Which figure would you use?
Not the high, I guess. Just like.
You know what would be so cool is if you took. Is there volatility on here? If you took like the high minus the low, the delta, to see the swing. So if you're like, no?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So I can do it.
So during the day, the stock price is going to be like, going like this, bloop, 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 right? And if you took that swing, that's the volatility of that day over time. I don't actually, let's not do that because it might just be very boring and like,
Yeah, we should have used all the hashtags. We should have used like all the stock hashtags.
Stock words.
Okay, so now can you tell me what data?
Thank you, Mike Clark. I was having trouble with verses as well. Okay, go ahead.
Can you tell me how do you want that data? Like which form?
Let's get the date and the close price.
Okay, close price. All right, let's do this. So that's our response. So I'm gonna go to my tests and I'm gonna do let response equal pm.response.json, and today I'm actually gonna use semicolon because why not?
As you should.
And so we're going to do a response dot for each, and each entry, let's say item, right? I always forget the syntax here for some reason.
So you have item in parens, and then you have fat arrow. I'm zoomed in pretty heavy, but I can't actually see your screen that well.
Yeah, I do have fat arrow after.
And then open
the curly brackets.
Curly, yeah.
There we go. That's what I was missing.
Is that a curly? I can't see.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna recreate the same thing. Oh, actually need to create a new one here. So let stocks being an empty array, and then we want stocks.push, and we want item.date and item.close.
So stocks is going to be an array of objects with the key of the date and the value of the close price.
Let's see what that says. I always do it wrong. stocks. Let's see.
Opening the console.
Clear all this and send that. Boom. Console says we have an array of 21 thing, and that's it. We have. Actually, can't believe I did it on the first try. It's amazing.
Wow.
And that. So we're good for stock. I'm probably gonna have to have this matching the other one. Yeah. So let's do the same here. So this one should be easier because I can just get cases. So I can do let response equals pm dot response dot json dot timeline dot cases, and if I of response, so I'm going to log the response what I've just selected, and now if I look at my console, I have this. Okay, all right, that's pretty good.
Oh no, time.
Yeah, so time is bad. And now we're going to have the whole like JavaScript fun of playing with dates.
Actually, moment. Remember we talked about moment?
Oh, we have moments. Yes. Yeah. Actually,
if anybody knows how to use moment.js pretty well, you can help us here. Or I'm sure we could format it.
Documentation as well.
Documentation?
Do we have, well, we should be mentioning moments on our, so we use moment, okay. And then it's moment.js, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Ah. So that's to get a new date. Relative. It doesn't say. Can I?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to format based on a date that I already have.
Yeah, I think you could just put the date that you have in the parentheses.
In this
and
one?
then dot.
Okay, let's try that.
And then dot format like however you want it.
So let's say we only want this.
Maybe.
Month, day, year. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna do this. And you say in here I put.
So Pixung has another example of a library, but the moment one, it's called day.js, but the moment one is actually built into the Postman sandbox. So at least we can skip one step.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same boat than API Evangelist. I need to relearn every single library that I need to use every time I want to use them.
Oh my gosh, you're so good at reading comments.
I have so many windows. Okay, that's the one. So you're saying here, so I could do response. Let's just try with one. Actually, you know what? Let's even hard code it and just see what that does.
Wait, what are you jamming in there though? Oh, got it. Okay. Console.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Send this. And now in my console, moment is not defined.
To the docs. Do you have to require it?
Probably, yeah.
To the Postman docs.
Best docs.
So we're in the Postman sandbox reference. Require moment.
So I would do require moment. Like this.
And then save it, like to use it as something. Right?
Yeah, so cool. Let's do the top. Oh, that's interesting. Var moment equals require of, where is it? Moment, okay. And that should be fine. No, it says I have errors.
Do you need, is it string or is it just moment?
Let's see. No, that worked.
Ah!
Okay. Cool, we're good. So that works, that's pretty good actually. You need to add a require moment statement. Yeah, Danny, always with the good comments, the good advices.
Require it.
I did require it.
So something that we've done previously in the sandbox is if it's not already a library that is built into the sandbox, then we would pull it in. Actually, we're going to do that later, right? We'll pull in another external library. Okay, cool.
So that would work. Let me just check if that would work with the other one, and then I can actually implement it. And this is this date format. So if I put this in here and send this, haha, of course.
How come you're using var and let?
Because I like to trigger people.
I didn't know if there's a reason.
No, it's just I'm used to.
It's habit.
Yeah. Okay. So
requiring.
actually, this was on my other screen, so you didn't see it. But yeah, this T works. I don't know why it says this. Moment. It doesn't matter. It works. So that's good. Okay, we can just use that then. So easy.
Okay.
So now I guess instead of item.date, I need to give you moment of item.date dot format. Yep, that should do it. Let's send this and see how that looks. So I sent it, and now I can see all my objects. Yep, that works.
Ooh.
Cool. That looks looking clean. And then we do the same thing here. So I guess I actually do need to recreate the array. Haha. Let's do that. So response. We do it again for each of item. What did I call the other one? Stocks. Cases equal array.
Push an object. The object will have a key.
So the key is going to be the date again. So that's going to be. Oh wait. That's going to be moment of. Moment of what? Of item dot key, I guess. Actually don't know here. And this would be item dot values.
Can you do that?
I don't know, actually.
Well, first of all, one's plural and one's singular, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I think we actually had that at the last stream. You know what?
Okay. I trust you.
Don't trust myself. So I'm going to go the safe way, and I'm going to do console log of. It's not here. It's in there, actually. Of item, and then console log of item.key, and I'm gonna comment this. If I could, boom. Let's see.
Weird comments.
That's the multi-line comments.
Oh.
Something read wrong. No. For each is not a function. What? What do you mean? Oh, because response is actually but that's an array. That's not an object. That's why. How to do that then?
How do you loop through an object? Didn't we do this already?
I'm pretty sure we did that. Yeah. Okay. It is the same name. Okay, cool. And what if I could do that, and then, okay, let's just do this and see what comes out. Did I just mistype it? We compare.
What are you trying to do now?
I was just trying to see if it was because I was going and getting this object, but actually don't know.
So response isn't what?
Okay, that's when we need the chat.
So
Why it's just not
response is
working.
an object. Ooh. Lodash. Danny says Lodash keys response.
Yeah.
Pixum says
and
object
Pixum
keys
says-
response.
Let's see. Let's try object keys response for each already.
Okay. So object keys returns an array of the keys.
He would return. Ooh, opens a new one. Hey there.
Hi, LaBeouf, 420. Okay, yep, he's saying array of keys.
Okay, something happens here. Oh no, that's what? Wait.
You're moving around real fast, Arlemi.
Yep, true. So it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. So I did object.keys of response, and now I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna just comment the other console log so it doesn't filter. Okay, no errors.
Undefined.
And we get, oh, that's fine. That's because I'm outputting different stuff. So we're getting this, that's fine. That's what we need. And then, so this doesn't work because it's already the key. But then we need to add the value as well. So how do we do that? Really cool stream, thank you.
Hey, one of the API project contributors is here.
Ah.
Do you think it's the novel COVID?
It may be.
Special guest.
Can we confirm that?
LaBeouf, who are you?
It's good that we
do you remember?
It's probably another one. Oh yeah, I think I've actually.
Yep. novel COVID, yes.
Yeah, he's actually, so he's another guy working on the, or another person actually, working on the NovelCOVID API. I've seen him on their GitHub.
Super cool.
Exactly.
Now you can help us do JavaScript. Thank you.
So we have Pixum saying value equal response of item. So you're telling me that now I could put my cases and do push of item dot format, and here would be response of item. You stop me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm doing some random stuff here. And let's check what comes out here. Okay, we have an array. Oh.
Whoa.
Wow.
Pixum for the win.
Right. Pixum, you're invited to the next stream. And you'll be writing the code and we'll be talking.
That's cool. Okay, so is it formatted the same way now?
I believe so. Let me clear all this. Send that one once. Send this one once. And then we can open the console. Yes, we are recording this, and it's going to be put on our YouTube channel as of probably later today or tomorrow. And if you want to know where our YouTube channel is, you can go to the chat and type in like this. Boom.
Can you stop saying boom?
Boom.
It's like super bro-y.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's compare. We have date, March 24th, 20, and this. And here we have date and this. It's the exact same.
Yay!
Cool.
Yay, Arlemi! Yay, chat!
Yay, chat. More like. Cool. Now I'm going to put that in an environment variable for you, so you can use it.
Danny Dayton said love boom, French flag. Or I'm guessing that's the French flag. I'm so sorry.
I actually don't know where I'm. How do you say boom in French? Yeah, le boom.
Oh.
I actually don't know where I'm getting that from. So pm environment dot set. Let's call this one stocks.
So you're just
And
initializing an environment variable so
yeah,
that, okay,
so I'm gonna
so that we
set
can,
this environment variable called stocks to the array we just outputted, and I'm gonna put a semicolon because
you're going to have to stringify that
all
because it's
right,
an array.
stringify. Okay, so what are we building here? Do you want to go through that, Joyce?
Exactly what is it you're doing around here, Arlemi? Yeah,
Exactly what
sure.
I'm. Okay, let me go through what I'm doing. So I'm gonna set an environment variable, and my environment is seen here. I'm not gonna open it because there's my token in there. But basically, it's going to be added to the environment, and the environment is shared with the team. And because Joyce is also in the team, she'll be able to use the same data for the next part. And now Joyce can
And there's
explain what's the next part.
and there's two requests in collection more monies. There's the historical cases per day in, I believe, Spain,
Yep,
and then historical trading data per day of, I believe, Zoom.
yep,
So we're going to see if there's like any relationship between the number of COVID cases in Spain and Zoom stock price, right?
yep. That's it. So
Okay.
basically, so probably to answer that question as well. So we're using the NovelCOVID API to get the cases per day, and I'm going to go to that right now. So I'm just going to send that request, the trading data. And now let me just quickly set my secrets. Boop.
Secret shield.
Yep. Okay, it is there. Uh, you can't really see. You can see only like a weird blurb, but this is the variable. It is in my environment, and that's going to be able to be used by Joyce. And now secret shield deactivated. We're going to the historical
You're
key.
going to
So
need to share the stocks over to the initial value as well
yeah,
so I can access it.
yeah, I'll do that at the end. So we use the. So some of you will recognize that endpoint. And we're using the historical from Johns Hopkins University, I believe. And last 30 days, Spain. And let's set the same variable here, environment variable. So pm.environment.set. And we'll call that one cases. And the value is going to be, stringified. Like this. Okay, I'm gonna send this so it's saved. We do these streams every week at the same time, every week this time, and we have different topics, mostly related to the news. So there's been a lot of COVID related stuff lately, but we did some Twitter stuff as well. What else did we do?
Slack,
Slack.
Slack notification,
Yep. Okay.
sentiment analysis.
Sentiment analysis.
It's whatever we're curious about, really.
Yeah, and if anyone has ideas that you want us to try to hack, then let us know and we can try that as well. Just gonna set my secrets while I go to my environment variable.
Secret shield.
Yeah, secret shield up, and I'm gonna persist these values. And now, so you can barely see it's being moved to the middle column, which is initial value. And that means it's gonna be accessible by everyone in the team. Cool, update this. Is that everything you need from me, Joyce?
I believe so. We have a number of cases. Well, yeah, I think it would be neat. Can you quickly get another data set of
Yeah.
a company that you think is maybe suffering? So, like, our hypothesis is like Zoom is coming out smelling like a rose. So, from the chat room, maybe tell us a company, a publicly traded company that you think might not be doing so hot right now. This is this is such a downer of a topic, but who do you think is not doing so well? And then we'll compare their stock performance against Zoom's. Danny Dayton says, any airline.
Any airline. True. We can get any airline. Do we have any Spanish airline? Let me think. What's the name of this? Are you Googling it?
IAG?
IAG? Iberia.
Or Iberia?
Yeah, let's do. So can you get me the code? Like the trading thing? If they have one?
IAG? International Consolidated Airlines Group
Okay.
owns Iberia, IAG.
IAG. All right. I'm just going to change the test so we don't save in the same environment. I'm going to call this one stocks airline. And I'm going to send. Cool. There we go. And I'm going to quickly set my shield up, look at my environment, and persist the stocks for the airline as well.
Oh.
Cool.
Whoops, my cat just jumped up here. So all you did was change a variable and then initialize a different variable name instead of duplicating a request.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Cool. Okay. Should I switch the screens? Is your screen ready?
Oh, shoot. I got to do stuff now. My screen is ready. Let me, again, X out of this. I was drawing a mustache on your face there, but yeah. So you left me 12. I can't do backwards math. You left me 13 minutes to do this visualizer?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Please help me. People on the chat, please help me. As we try to, I didn't realize that our goal was an hour. So like, let's just try to do it. I was joking. This we can definitely go over. So last week we actually peaked in terms of number of viewers at right an hour. So I guess some people had like 3 times exactly at 12 and joined at 12. So 12 your time. So let's see, maybe at lunch maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'm sharing your screen now.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I am in this group, this team workspace here. Oh, I was looking for myself to become active. Oh, so as soon as you're done with your part, you just exit Postman and you're not active anymore.
I am active. What do you mean?
Oh, see? Now
there
you just set up.
I'm here.
Okay. You have to have focus on there.
Yep.
So this was last week, so I'm going to go ahead and unstar that. What was the name of your collection?
More Monies.
More Monies. And do I have access to edit this, Arlemi?
Probably not.
Okay. Probably do you mind granting me on your side access?
Yep.
We should show that next time because I think last time we did the same thing.
We do that as soon as it loads.
So there's 2 requests, and you had an environment, correct?
Yep.
Called COVID vs stock market. I couldn't figure out versus. Okay, and if I take a peek, I can take a peek because you kept your secret, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Hopefully.
So I see token, and I don't have access to Arlemi's current value, but I shouldn't need to run these requests authenticated because Arlemi has already stashed that information as these environment variables, right?
Yep.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want me to just create a visualization in that? I can't. I have to create a brand new request because these are unauthenticated, right? Okay, so I'll go ahead and open a new one. Do you have an example endpoint that you want me to hit? Should I just echo?
Postman echo, yeah, that would work.
Does anyone know how to do the echo?
Yeah, it's postman-eco.com/get or/post or.
Okay, so this is Postman's. Can I type it in like this?
Yeah.
Okay. This just echoes back like query parameters like, hey there. I think it'll echo this back, right?
Yeah.
Send. Yeah, here's my key value pair. So this is just like some service that I'm going to use to have a working spot. And I'm going to go ahead and not send this next time. And what we want to do is access the data that Arlemi saved in the environment and visualize. Okay, so I'm going to go through this a little bit. My goal is to go through this a little bit faster than we did last time because I'm assuming I learned something from last time, but wouldn't count on it. I know.
Well, you did publish a blog post about it, right?
I did, so you would think I would learn, but I publish those blog posts so that I can go back and learn how to do something again sometimes.
But if anyone else in the chat is interested in learning more about this, just know there's already blog posts that you can check, and I think videos as well that you've made.
Yeah, YouTube series if you don't want to read anything. Okay, so what we're going to do in this test is normally we would take the response back from the server and visualize it, but we're just using this request as a dummy kind of like way to ping back to us to do work, to just write JavaScript here. So if I we're going to use Chart.js because we used it last time and it was very, very easy to use. So I'm going to go over to my browser. Here's Chart.js, and they have really pretty like web page. I'm going to go to their Get Started guide. And right away, I'm going to remember how to do this. Oh my gosh, I've already forgotten how to do this. Okay, so I need 2 documentations up. One is Chart.js, because I'm going to use that charting library. The other one is the visualizer. So this is the Postman documentation. And I'm going to go, I'm like zoomed in really hard here. Let me go ahead and search for visualize API responses. Okay, so this is going to be the Postman documentation that shows me how to use the visualizer. Most specifically, I'm going to need the visualizer code here. I'll go ahead and I think there's a snippet down here,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. I'll copy and paste this over into Postman, which is just taking vanilla JavaScript at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need data. And instead of parsing the response from the server, I'm going to access the
variables.
The environment variables stored right here in this environment. So I need stocks and cases. Oh, is there a third one? Yes. So one is going to be like cases, right? So I'm going to say cases key is going to be pm.environment.get. I think you called it cases, right? And then what was the first stock? Zoom, right?
Yep.
Zoom is going to be pm.environment.get
stocks. Yeah.
Stocks.
Oh, there you go. It's actually offering for you.
Okay. Okay, airline. I just saw it.
Stocks airline.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an object that I'm going to pass over to the visualizer. This is pm.visualizer.set. We're going to initialize our visualizer, and we need to stuff this information into this template parameter, which we have not defined yet. So let's go ahead and say let template, or var template, as Arlemi would do.
Wow, the shade.
I'm going to define a string here, and this is going to be where we put all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript that we want, and then render this type of layout, this front-end layout. Okay, so back to Chart.js. Documentation. We need, come on, get started. Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I clicked on get started. So this is their getting started documentation. I'm going to need to initialize this HTML element, this canvas. Literally called canvas. Do you have a way that I should format this so it's prettier, just like a little indent or something?
Yeah, let's just start with an indent. It's fine.
Okay.
Or just do it somewhere else and then import.
Like in VS Code or something? Yeah, so this is a string, and so Postman's not going to treat it like an HTML element with the syntax highlighting and all that kind of stuff. Back on the Chart.js documentation, we need to include Chart.js on our page. I'm going to go ahead and copy that to my clipboard, back to Postman. Do you know, last time I put this up at the top, because I always put like dependencies up at the top, but do you know if I need to, in order to, is this a regular HTML element, or is it a
That is, yeah, it's from HTML5.
Oh, okay. So I could have put the script after it.
Yep.
Okay, back to Chart.js. Here's the little boilerplate that we used last time, and I'm going to use it again.
It is that easy to get started with Chart.js.
Yeah, I really like Chart.js. I think it started from a community contributor, like just out in, I believe it's like LA, the guys from LA, and now it's just like hugely used. Okay, so what I did here was I copied and pasted in this JavaScript. So I'll go ahead and put this opening and closing thingy here. Should I indent this one more time?
Yeah.
I always let my IDE like format stuff for me, so I can't, like, I don't know how this works. Okay, so all I did was plop in that JavaScript. This is creating, getting the DOM element myChart, which is this ID right here. So this canvas element, and then instantiating chart. That's a line chart. And last time we plopped in some data here for the labels, and then here for the data, the corresponding data, right?
So how do you get 2 lines?
So if you go back to the documentation and you scroll down, their documentation is pretty decent here too. I mean, clearly we got started last time. But if you go to line, here's like a line chart, an example of a line chart. But if we want to add multiple data sets, I found this example here, and I don't know if this is the best way to get it done, but here's mixed chart types so that we could have a bar
and then
graph
the line.
And also a line. But in this case, we just want multiple lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they have a property data sets that's an array of objects that contain the data. But this just means that our labels across the x-axis needs to be identical, which I think you made it identical, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to do it this way?
Yeah, let's try that. That looks easy enough.
Okay.
I feel like there has to be a way to, if you're using the same type of like set, like line or bar, it's probably just duplicating the data or like making an array of data. But let's try that. If that works, that works.
Okay. If anybody is a Chart.js expert, maybe we got the Chart.js creator on here too, and can tell us how to have multiple data sets in the same chart type. So like you have 3 lines kind of going along. Please do tell. Will you remember this? Your memory is like so much better than mine. Or I'll just come back here and look at it. I'm going to have to go back immediately, I can tell. Okay, so all we've done here is hard-coded data. Do we want to see what that looks like?
Yeah, let's try that and see. We can show the visualizer then.
Okay, so you hit send with that hard-coded data. And then down here where we previously echoed that information in the pretty mode, if we go to visualize, we see
beautiful.
This beautiful pink my first data set, because this is what's hard-coded up here. Okay, so to pass data from down here to the template, we need to use, I think I know what it is, but let me look at the documentation. Back to the Postman documentation, scroll to the top. This one, accessing data inside the template. We'll use this callback method with 2 parameters, error and data. Do you remember doing this, Arlemi?
No.
It was only a few weeks ago, but I have like no memory.
No memory at all.
I should have brushed this up before this live stream, but I'm going to go here and hopefully somebody will help me. Okay. Where should I put pm.getData?
In the script, right? Yeah.
Like right before we instantiate. So this is pm.getData, and this stuff needs to go inside this, right?
Yeah.
So callback, we're going to indent this, like that. And this is going to be a callback that, let's go back to the Postman docs. It accepts 2 parameters, error and data. So what's the syntax for this again? Is it literally error and data?
Yeah, I think we actually switched them around last time or something like that. But it was error data.
Error, comma, data?
Yeah.
Okay. What am I doing here? Am I fat arrowing?
Yes.
I don't remember how to do this at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to check the documentation at the same time.
Okay, so I believe these are the 2 parameters that you can pass with this get data. And now I can access data, which is this object down here. So it would be like data.cases. would be an array of date and number of cases, date and number. Oh no, there's like all different sorts of data types here, aren't there?
There would be. Are you talking like strings and stuff like that?
Yeah, integers and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so data. How do we want to plop this in here? Labels would be the date.
So that's the date, and you only need to get it from one of the environment.
Okay.
But you would need to create a new array from them. So we need to loop over them and create a new array out of it.
Okay, so cases is an array of objects, and you want to get so for each item in this, we want to get the key?
Yeah.
Do you remember how to do that?
You can literally copy paste from my, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I haven't even saved this to this collection yet. Let me go ahead and save this request, this loose request to more monies. Okay. And I'll call this one like visualize data over time. Item.label? Well, the label, in this case, cases, looks like this. Wait, does dot label, is he saying dot label?
Yeah.
Remove curly. Okay, okay, so I wonder if that would work. Like that, maybe? Let me just remove these, because that's just...
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so this is what we expect. We expect the total number of Spain cases to go up. But where's Iberia?
Is it behind it? Is there?
Oh, because we have the same y-axis.
Yeah, so it would be very small.
Yeah.
So we would need to like...
The number of cases is... I can't read a number without a comma, but it's like 50,000 cases, and the stock price of Iberia is probably like very
100
small.
and something.
Yeah. Oh, so in Chart.js, there's a way to have like two y-axes. So you could, you know, have like the very big, yay, lose sight, eagle eye. In Chart.js, there is a way to have two different y-axes. So cases would be on like the left one, and then the stock price would be on the right one. And then we would actually just see the trends. Oh gosh, sweating. What is that emoji?
It's the...
Is that like the Pokemon? Oh. You're so good with emojis, Arlemi.
It's all these hours spent on Twitch finally coming in handy.
It's your time to shine. Okay, so what do you want to do now? Do you want to keep plowing along, or do you want to do anything else?
I think we could. We can try to add the other axis.
Oh wait, let's just take away. Yeah, let's take away cases and just see what Iberia looks like right now.
Yeah.
How about? Okay, so I'm going to. Can I comment out part in the template string and it'll work?
Not all of that, because you need data sets. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just scooch this up here. How about? And then add a comma, remove a comma, and then comment this piece out, right?
Yeah.
Wait, why is Iberia's stock price going up?
So
Is that
From
what it's? Let me
well,
hover.
you can see it was very low at some point, right? Like around March 28th.
Right here.
Yeah, so I'm guessing there's be some sort of like injection. It looks high. We can only see that it's going up. We don't know if it's high or not. If we go back to before like beginning of
Before
March, because like the
a
outbreak
longer
in
time frame.
the outbreak in Europe was much earlier than that. So it's probably going up, probably some sort of like money injection or something like that.
Let's see what Zoom looks like.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was that date that you said there was a dip? The 28th?
Yeah, so for Zoom, it's probably something different. They had these security flows that came up.
That's right, yeah.
So
So
that
depending
would be
on
the
when that
least.
news story
Yeah,
broke.
exactly. And also the scale now is from 110 to 155. So this
Mm.
is still not that low, right? Like Iberia was from 2 to 10, I think.
Should we add Zoom and Iberia real quick?
Yeah.
Now that we have a working graph, now I get my energy back.
But all of the things in there.
What is Iberia? Is that like the peninsula? What is Iberia?
It's the name of the airline. I guess it's a place as well. Is it a
I know there's Iberian ham.
province?
Okay, so these are both line graphs. Ugh. Okay, so this
Yeah.
pink down here is Iberia.
Yeah.
Any trends? Well, it's too
Too
small.
small.
Like Iberia's all squished
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, you would need the two axes to actually know.
I don't know how RGB works, but I'm just gonna go like this. Oops, that's not gonna work. Oops. How come it's not a different color?
Did you change it? For both? For both the background and
Just
the...
just the one, yeah. I just changed it from 132 to 120. Maybe I'll do one. I don't know how my eyes don't pick up light. Ooh, orange. Okay, I'm just like putzing around here. What do you want to do? Do you want to call it a day?
Can we
Time for lunch?
quickly try?
Oh,
Quickly
yes,
try?
yes. What do you want to do?
The two axes. I was looking at the documentation and it
Yeah.
looks easy enough to do. That we
Okay.
can give it
Do
a
you
try.
want to do it? Do you want to do it or do you want to walk me through it?
I can do it if you want. I can give it
Okay,
a try. Okay.
sure, sure. So
Okay.
I've saved everything and we're good to switch to your screen.
All right. So let me switch back. It's on here. So, okay, I'll try to go through that very quickly. Let's get my postman here. It's this one. All right. Let's revert that as it was. So it was 30, because I was trying some stuff in the same time, and it
You're
was...
getting new data sets?
No, I'm just resetting it as what we had before, because I changed it while you were trying, because I was trying some stuff as well.
Got it.
And this was 324. Cool. So now we have the same sets. And if I send yours, so that was the one. See it is. All right. So if I'm looking at the documentation for Chart.js, let me just like this.
Cartesian.
Multiple axes. So for each, I need to add one y-axis ID.
Oh, so easy.
All right. So let's go here. Actually, let me use it like this, like you did. So we have one data set here, and I can add a y-axis, which is going to be left. Why not? And this one is going to be right. And the documentation then says I need to add options. You didn't have options right yet?
It's an empty object, yeah.
Oh, you have it as empty?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be, wait, up to here, options. Back to Postman. Haha, there we go. Ooh, that's okay, that's better. Let's try this. Send.
Okay.
Ah,
Ooh.
that looks nice.
So that's interesting. Iberia, it seems like it had a little bit of a dip, but it's had a strong surge lately, and
Yeah,
it follows the same general trend. So what's that dip? What's the date of the dip?
like this one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be March 30th. Pretty much the first. Oh, actually, it's coming up then, and then I guess the common trend is going back up from here. So going back up from April 3rd. But
Arlemi,
yes,
sorry to interrupt you, but remember how we took the tweets
yeah,
and did the sentiment analysis
yeah,
in a previous stream? We totally could take tweets like news, like
yeah,
security flaw or something like that, and then
definitely,
overlay that over time.
definitely. But now we can compare cases and stock as well. Let's do that quickly. How do you? What's the shortcut to uncomment? Is it this? Nope. That's
To
to comment.
uncomment?
Yeah, because you've commented.
I do
all.
command slash.
Command slash. So I guess
Command slash.
nice.
Or I don't know what it's on
Yep.
Windows.
It's
Okay.
basically replace command with control.
Control. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put this one here, and I'm gonna comment that one.
It's black though. It's ugly black.
That's fine. Ah. Oop. You stay here. All right. And if we send this. Nice.
Oh.
That's beautiful. We should probably invert them.
Oh, is that how it works? It just renders it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it takes like in
Yeah.
the order. Oop.
Oh.
Oh.
So what's kind of interesting is see how besides that dip, that first hump of stock prices and that
Yeah.
second hump of stock prices,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh no, wait, who is this, Zoom?
Yeah, that is Zoom.
Yeah, it's not like you picture like my hypothesis would have been Zoom goes like this. It's increasing as more and more people are working from home and that kind of stuff. And then Iberia, as more and more people are not going out, that would go down. But we don't actually see that trend.
Yeah, I think we would have needed to take like a longer trend
Range
and
of
probably
time.
compare US cases probably with like because Zoom would be in the New York Stock Exchange as well. That would probably impact more.
Hey, can you swap out Spain with USA?
I can try. Let's see.
Do it like super quick. I'm very hungry.
I'm gonna change that to USA.
USA.
Send. Okay, so we should have timeline cases. That shouldn't have changed, and now I can send that again. And that's pretty much the same trend actually.
The
So
slope is slightly different though.
Yeah, the numbers are higher as well. And yeah, it goes like this.
Saying we haven't flattened the curve yet, have we?
No.
Okay.
Maybe here it's gonna come.
Okay.
Cool. All right. That was a struggle, but we made it through.
It always is, Arlemi.
We have a quick community shout out. I don't know. So what I would like to do is for this API that we've been using. They've done a lot of amazing stuff with that. So there they go. You can find their website on disease.sh, and they have all the documentation, etc. on here, what you can do with it. And they have a GitHub as well. You can support them. So the support actually goes, and I believe they donate it to combat COVID-19 as well.
Is this one LaBeouf's?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
so I think LaBeouf is actually one of this person.
Oh, cool.
I don't know which one. Yeah, that's for me. I don't know if you have any shout out that you want to make.
We do have a COVID webinar coming up soon, but I don't have the exact dates of it. If you follow us on Twitter, you're going to look it up. Thank you. Events. Please be posted on community.
That's us. It's not here,
No.
but it
Okay.
will be here.
Yeah, it will be. So yeah, lots of online events. So if you get lonely just hanging out in your house, then just join us. But next week we'll be back as well.
Yep, we don't know yet with what. So again, if you have any suggestion, you can tweet us and we'll try to do it.
Yeah.
All good?
All right. Talk to you next week. Bye.
See you all. Bye-bye.